In the fast-paced rhythm of the 21st century, where everything moves so quickly that we sometimes forget ourselves, have you ever longed for a moment to pause, take a deep breath, and feel pure tranquility? Amidst the demands of work, mounting pressures, and endless busyness, our minds can easily become restless, anxious, and exhausted. Yet the miracle is that peace is not something distant. It can be found in the simplest moments of daily life, as long as we know how to return to ourselves. You don't need to retreat to the mountains or completely change your lifestyle. With just a few simple rituals inspired by Buddhist philosophy, you can bring mindfulness into your everyday routine. These small yet meaningful practices not only help reduce stress and cultivate gratitude, but also open the door to a deeper and more fulfilling way of living. Let's embark on this journey together, a journey back to the stillness within you. On the quest for inner peace, many believe that happiness and serenity come only when all worries disappear, when life's burdens ease, or when we achieve something in the future. However, in Buddhist teachings, peace is not a distant destination, but a state that can be experienced in every present moment. This is mindfulness. Mindfulness is not an abstract concept, but a simple practice that can be applied to every moment of life. When we are truly present with what is happening, without being pulled into the past or drifting toward the future, we can live more deeply and fully. This is the essence of a famous saying by Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh: "The past is gone, the future is not yet here. Only the present moment is precious." In Pali, the word sati, often translated as mindfulness, originally meant memory or recollection. However, in the Buddhist context, it carries a deeper meaning, a state of awareness and clear recognition of what is unfolding in the present moment. Practicing mindfulness helps us break free from automatic reactions, the cycle of anxious thoughts and repetitive negative emotions, replacing them with calmness and clarity. When we are truly mindful, we are no longer swept away by endless thoughts, but can observe them objectively without judgment. One profound Buddhist story illustrating the power of mindfulness is the tale of a broken cup. One day, a renowned Zen master held a beautiful ceramic cup in his hands and said to his disciples, "Do you see this cup? It is beautiful, and I love it. But in my mind, it is already broken." The disciples looked at each other in confusion, unsure of what their master meant. The Zen master continued, "I know that one day this cup will fall and shatter. Perhaps someone will accidentally drop it, or time will wear it down. So from this moment, I accept that. When I drink tea from it, I cherish every sip. When sunlight shines through its surface, I admire its beauty with gratitude. And when it finally breaks, I will smile, because I have fully lived with it in every moment." This is a lesson about mindfulness and impermanence. When we recognize that everything in life, whether material possessions, emotions, or people, is constantly changing and eventually passing away, we learn to appreciate the present more deeply. Mindfulness allows us to savor each moment without clinging to it or fearing its loss. This story reminds us that by practicing mindfulness, we can view life with serenity, without fear or regret. Like the broken cup, everything has a beginning and an end. But if we cherish each moment, every second becomes precious. Mindfulness teaches us to pause before being caught in a spiral of negative thoughts. It helps us see things as they truly are, rather than overreacting to what happens around us. We often believe that happiness and inner peace come from great achievements or a perfect life. However, true tranquility does not stem from external circumstances, but from how we approach life. Mindfulness is the key to realizing this truth. Mindfulness is not merely a spiritual practice for those on a meditative journey. It has practical benefits backed by science. When we live mindfully, we do not dwell on the past or worry about the future. Instead, we fully engage in the present moment. This shift can dramatically improve our quality of life in remarkable ways. The incredible benefits of mindfulness: reducing stress and anxiety. Have you ever felt trapped in a cycle of negative thoughts, worrying about work, family, or personal life? This is a sign of a mind caught in stress. Scientific studies show that practicing mindfulness reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, in our bodies. By focusing on our breath in the present moment, our nervous system regulates, our body relaxes, and our mind finds peace. A Buddhist parable illustrates this beautifully. One day, Buddha and his disciples passed by a river. A disciple stirred the water while trying to drink, making it muddy. Feeling guilty, he apologized to Buddha for making the water unclear. Instead of reprimanding him, Buddha smiled and asked everyone to sit and wait. After some time, the mud settled and the water became clear again. Buddha said, "The human mind is like this water. When caught in stress and anxiety, it becomes clouded. But if we pause, practice mindfulness, and observe, the disturbance settles and the mind returns to its natural clarity." Enhancing focus and creativity. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, constant news updates, and endless conversations. This state of mind hopping from one thought to another reduces productivity and creativity. Mindfulness trains us to focus on one task at a time. Neuroscientific research has shown that those who practice meditation regularly develop a stronger prefrontal cortex, the brain area responsible for concentration. This enables them to maintain focus and minimize ineffective multitasking. Imagine this. Instead of eating breakfast while scrolling through your phone, you take the time to savor each bite, appreciating its flavors and texture. Instead of constantly checking emails and social media while working, you set specific periods for deep focus. Such small changes can significantly enhance your concentration and creative thinking. Cultivating compassion and strengthening relationships. Mindfulness not only helps us understand our own emotions, but also allows us to connect with others on a deeper level. When we are mindful, we react less impulsively, avoiding anger and judgment. Instead, we approach situations with calmness and compassion. Buddha once shared a story about a wise king who prided himself on his fairness. One day he asked a monk, "How can I treat everyone with compassion, even when they mistreat me?" The monk smiled and asked, "If someone offers you a gift, but you refuse to take it, to whom does the gift belong?" The king replied, "Of course, it still belongs to the giver." The monk nodded. Exactly. When someone gives you anger, hatred, or harsh words, but you do not accept them, those emotions remain with them. You have the choice to receive or let go. Practicing mindfulness helps you realize that you don't need to carry the negativity of others. This story reminds us that mindfulness is not just a tool for personal peace, but also a way to build healthier relationships, allowing us to respond to others with wisdom and kindness. Finding joy in simple things. When we are busy, we often overlook the small yet beautiful moments around us. The aroma of a warm cup of tea, the gentle breeze on our skin, the chirping of birds outside our window. Mindfulness helps us return to these moments, revealing that joy does not come from grand achievements, but exists in everyday life. Imagine walking down a familiar path. If your mind is occupied with worries or past memories, you are not truly there. But if you walk mindfully, you will feel each step on the ground. Notice the soft wind and appreciate the flowers by the roadside that you might have ignored before. As Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "When drinking tea, truly drink tea. When walking, truly walk. Only when you are fully present in the moment are you truly alive." Mindfulness is not an abstract concept. It is a way of life. It helps us find peace in the smallest moments. And when we live with mindfulness, we realize that each day is a precious gift. Mindfulness does not require you to meditate for hours in a distant monastery or abandon modern life in search of enlightenment on a mountaintop. In reality, mindfulness can be practiced amidst the busyness of daily life, within the smallest habits. It is not a far-off destination, but rather a way of approaching each moment in life. If you have ever been fully immersed in the present, a quiet morning watching the sunrise, a moment listening to the gentle patter of rain on the roof, or truly savoring the taste of a warm cup of tea, you have already touched mindfulness without even realizing it. The question is not whether we are capable of mindfulness, but whether we make time to practice it daily. Here are some simple ways to incorporate mindfulness into your everyday life. 1. Mindful breathing, connecting with the present. Breath is the first thing we receive at birth and the last thing we release at the end of life. It is always with us, yet we rarely pay attention to it. Practicing mindful breathing helps us return to the present, reduce anxiety, and calm the mind. Each morning, instead of rushing to check your phone or worrying about your to-do list, take a few minutes to simply focus on your breath. Feel the cool air entering your nostrils, the warmth as you exhale. If your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath without judgment. One day, a disciple asked the Buddha, "Master, how can I control my mind when it constantly wanders like a monkey jumping from branch to branch?" The Buddha smiled and replied, "Observe your breath. The breath is an anchor that keeps your mind from drifting. When you return to your breath, you will find your mind settling like a calm lake after the wind has passed." 2. Mindful eating, savoring each flavor. We may eat 3 meals a day, but how often do we truly enjoy them without distractions from our phones, TV, or wandering thoughts? When eating, pay attention to the colors, flavors, and textures of your food. Notice the sweetness of fruit, the saltiness of the ocean in a pinch of salt, or the warm aroma of herbal tea. Chew slowly, express gratitude for your meal, and savor each bite fully. As Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "When eating, just eat. When drinking tea, just drink tea." If you do this, you will realize that happiness is not somewhere far away, but in every spoonful of rice and every cup of tea. 3. Mindful walking. Every step is a miracle. We walk every day, but often in a rush, to get somewhere, to complete a task. Rarely do we walk just to walk, to feel each step, each breath, and our connection with the earth. When walking, feel your feet touching the ground. Notice the movement of your body and sense the breeze on your skin. If possible, try walking slowly without a destination. simply enjoying each step as if it were a miracle. A beautiful Buddhist teaching tells a story. One day a disciple asked the Buddha, "Master, what must I do to attain enlightenment?" The Buddha replied, "When you walk, know that you are walking. When you stand, know that you are standing. When you sit, know that you are sitting. When you eat, know that you are eating." The disciple was confused. "But I do these things every day." The Buddha smiled. "No, you are walking while thinking about work, eating while thinking about the past, sitting while your mind wanders elsewhere. If you can be fully present in each moment, that is enlightenment." 4. Mindful working, quality over quantity. In today's world, we are caught in the culture of multitasking, working while checking messages, reading emails while listening to music. Yet we often fail to complete tasks effectively. When working, put your phone aside and focus entirely on the task at hand. Instead of doing multiple things at once, complete each task with full attention. If your mind drifts, gently bring your focus back. The Buddha once taught, "A person who does one thing with their whole heart will achieve better results than someone doing many things with a scattered mind." Thich Nhat Hanh also shared, "When washing dishes, wash them as if that is the most important thing in the universe. Feel the warm water on your hands, the sparkling soap bubbles, and the gentle movements of your fingers." By practicing these small habits daily, you will notice your mind becoming lighter, life slowing down naturally, and peace no longer feeling like a distant goal. Mindfulness is not something mystical or far-fetched. It is the art of fully living in the present so that each moment in life becomes an opportunity to feel, to love, and to find peace. In the flow of modern life, we often chase after plans, goals, and future worries, forgetting one simple yet invaluable thing: our breath. But did you know? Even the Buddha once taught that breath is the most wonderful means to bring us back to the present moment. According to the Anapanasati Sutta, the discourse on mindful breathing, the Buddha taught mindfulness through breath awareness as a way to purify the mind and achieve awakening. Breathing in, I know that I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. Simply being aware of our in-breath and out-breath naturally leads us to inner stillness and relieves us of restless thoughts and worries. A Buddhist story tells of a young monk who once asked his master, "Master, I have studied many teachings, yet I still have not found true peace. What should I do?" The wise master smiled and said, "Just sit down and focus on your breath." The young monk looked disappointed. "That's it? That sounds too simple." The master nodded. "Yes, but can you truly do it?" This story reminds us that sometimes the simplest practices are the hardest to master. We often seek complex methods, forgetting the value of the most fundamental things. Breath is the bridge between body and mind, a tool that helps us return to the present and break free from the endless cycle of thoughts. Mindfulness is not about achieving something extraordinary. It is about learning to be fully present in each moment, appreciating life's small wonders, and finding serenity within ourselves. Morning is a special time of the day when our minds are still in a state of calm after a long sleep, not yet filled with the worries and busyness of life. It is a precious moment to establish a foundation of peace for the day by beginning with mindful breathing. Breathing, seemingly simple and obvious, is actually a powerful bridge between the mind and body. In Buddhism, mindful breathing is an important part of meditation practice, seen as a key to returning to oneself and being present in the moment. The Buddha once taught in the Anapanasati Sutta, the discourse on mindfulness of breathing, when breathing in, we know we are breathing in. When breathing out, we know we are breathing out. Though simple, this teaching carries deep wisdom. By simply being aware of our breath, we can steer our minds away from distractions, worries about the future, or regrets about the past, and be fully present in this moment. Starting the day with mindful breathing. How can we practice mindful breathing effectively in the morning? Be aware of your breath first. When you wake up, instead of rushing to your phone or thinking about tasks, spend a few minutes just focusing on your breath. This is a simple yet powerful way to start the day with mindfulness. Simple yet profound practice. You don't need to meditate for hours. Simply sit quietly on your bed or in a peaceful corner. Gently close your eyes and pay attention to the natural rhythm of your breath. Feel the cool air as you inhale, the warmth as you exhale, and the rise and fall of your belly with each breath. Gently return when the mind wanders. If during practice you begin thinking about work, plans for the day, or worries, don't be hard on yourself. This is natural. Just notice that you've become distracted and gently bring your attention back to your breath. Incorporate it into daily activities. You can practice mindful breathing while brushing your teeth, drinking your morning tea, or even walking. Enjoy each moment without rushing or getting distracted. Breath, the source of peace. There is a story in Buddhist scriptures where a man came to the Buddha, complaining that his mind was always full of anxiety and he could never find peace. The Buddha said nothing, only inviting him to sit and guiding him to focus on his breath. After a while, the man realized that when he truly focused on his breath, his mind began to calm, and the chaotic thoughts no longer overwhelmed him. From then on, he practiced mindful breathing every day and realized that it wasn't the world around him that was too noisy, but rather his own mind that was too disturbed. And when he learned to return to his breath, he found the peace he had thought was unattainable. Thich Nhat Hanh, the Zen master, also said, "Mindful breathing is the gateway to true life." Try spending just 5 minutes every morning practicing mindful breathing, and you will notice the difference. Your mind will be more at ease, your body lighter, and your day will begin with profound peace. In life, have you ever felt your heart weighed down by negative emotions, anger, resentment, or even disappointment with yourself? These emotions not only affect your mind but also harm you. However, there is a practice in Buddhism that can gently help you release these burdens from your soul, and that is metta meditation, loving kindness meditation. While mindfulness helps us return to the present moment, metta meditation opens the heart, turning kindness into a source of positive energy that radiates to everyone around us. Metta meditation, the journey of an open heart. Metta meditation has its origins during the time of the Buddha, when a group of young monks went into the forest to meditate. During their practice, they became fearful of the strange sounds and mysterious energy of the forest. Upon returning, they expressed their fear to the Buddha. He didn't tell them to avoid or run away from it, but instead taught them a method to face their fear. Develop loving kindness. Send well wishes to all beings, even those you are afraid of. When your heart is full of love, nothing can harm you. With this lesson, The monks returned to the forest and practiced metta meditation. They repeated the well-wishing phrases, sending love to themselves, to the creatures of the forest, and to everyone. And a miracle happened. The fear disappeared, replaced by peace, tranquility, and a deep connection with the world around them. Practicing metta meditation, turning loving kindness into a part of life. Metta meditation is not a distant ritual, nor does it require a special space. With just a few minutes each day, you can awaken love in your heart. Step 1. Begin with yourself. Close your eyes, sit in a comfortable position, and repeat the following phrases. May I be happy. May I be at peace. May I be healthy. Sending loving kindness to yourself is crucial because many people forget to love themselves. If you can't accept and cherish yourself, it's difficult to extend love to others. Step 2. Expand loving kindness to loved ones. After feeling love for yourself, imagine the people you care about, your parents, friends, teachers, colleagues, and send them well wishes. May you be happy. May you be at peace. May you always be healthy. Step 3. Direct loving kindness to neutral people. Next, think of someone with whom you have no special relationship, perhaps a stranger you encounter on the street, a barista at a cafe, or a colleague you don't interact with much. Send them the same well wishes. Step 4. Send loving kindness to people you feel uncomfortable with or have conflicts with. This is an important but challenging step. Try to send love to someone with whom you have a grudge or who has hurt you. You don't need to force yourself to forgive them immediately. Just simply send them a wish for peace. Step 5. Expand to all beings. Finally, imagine your love as a wave spreading across the world, reaching all humans, animals, plants, the wind, and the rain. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Not only in Buddhism, but also in modern scientific research, the incredible benefits of metta meditation have been proven. A study from the University of Wisconsin-Madison found that people who practice loving-kindness meditation regularly show greater brain activity in areas related to empathy and happiness. Another study from Stanford University showed that just 7 minutes of metta meditation can significantly increase feelings of compassion and connection with others. This shows that loving kindness not only brings us greater peace, but also improves relationships and increases love in our lives. Metta meditation is not just a ritual, it is a way of living. When we send love to the world, we also receive love in return. When we treat others with compassion, life becomes lighter and more beautiful. Try practicing metta meditation every morning or whenever you feel stressed, sad, or angry. By opening your heart, you will not only find peace but also contribute to making the world a better place. Love is the only gift that the more you give, the more you have. In the fast-paced modern world, many people believe that to achieve peace, they must leave their busy lives behind and seek out meditation centers or quiet places. However, the truth is that peace does not reside in a specific location. It lies within how we begin each day. A fulfilling morning is not one spent hurriedly checking your phone or gulping down a cup of coffee. It is a morning where you take a few minutes to connect with yourself through mindful breathing and the loving kindness of metta meditation. Just like planting a seed in the ground, practicing mindfulness and metta meditation also requires time to germinate and bear fruit. At first, you may find it difficult to maintain, or your mind may rebel, wanting to return to old habits. checking your phone as soon as you wake up, rushing to prepare for a long day. But remember, persistence is the most important thing. There is a story in the Dhammapada about a disciple of the Buddha named Puna who chose to live and practice in a remote land filled with fierce and aggressive people. The other monks asked him, "Aren't you afraid that these people will treat you badly?" Puna smiled and replied, "If they scold me, I will think they are still good because they have not beaten me. If they beat me, I will think they are still good because they have not killed me. And if they kill me, I will feel grateful because I will be freed from this body." With a mindset of mindfulness and vast loving kindness, Puna not only lived peacefully among these fierce people, but also helped them change. This story emphasizes that peace comes from within us, not from external circumstances. Similarly, when you persist in practicing small rituals each morning, they will gradually become a natural part of your life, helping you maintain tranquility no matter the circumstances. You don't need to spend hours meditating or completely change your lifestyle to find peace. Just 5 to 10 minutes each morning with simple rituals can make a difference. Mindful breathing right when you wake up. Feel the first breath of the morning. Don't rush out of bed. Take a moment to breathe deeply and become aware of your body. Savor a cup of tea or coffee mindfully. When drinking tea, truly drink it. Appreciate the aroma, the warmth spreading through, and the relaxation with each sip. This is also a practice of mindfulness. Metta meditation. Send well wishes to yourself and others. Spend a few minutes with your eyes closed, sending peaceful wishes to yourself and everyone around you. Enjoy a moment of stillness before starting your work. Even if it's just for a minute, take time to listen to the silence around you before diving into the busy pace of life. Every morning we have two choices: continue drowning in the worries of yesterday, or wake up with an open heart, ready to embrace the good things ahead. When you practice these rituals consistently, each day becomes an opportunity to renew yourself. Gradually, you will realize that happiness and peace don't come from grand things, but from the simplest moments in life. In the unceasing flow of life, it is easy for us to be swept away by pressure, anxiety, and endless concerns. But just like a rushing river can still find stillness at its deepest point, each person can find peace within their own soul. Simple rituals like mindful breathing, metta meditation, or simply savoring a cup of tea mindfully are not just morning habits, but seeds sown in the mind, helping you nurture peace and compassion. Peace is not something far off or exclusive to saints. It's something you can create each day, little by little, with patience and love for yourself and the world. As the Buddha taught, none can bring you peace except yourself. Peace can only be found from within. Remember, each morning is a new opportunity to renew yourself. When you choose to live mindfully, when you send well wishes and loving kindness, you not only make yourself happier, but also spread good energy to everyone around you. Peace is not a destination, but a path that you can walk every day. And that path always begins with you. Modern life sweeps us into an endless cycle, causing us to easily miss the precious moments with ourselves. We rush to wake up, rush to work, rush to chase after plans, only to realize at the end of the day that our souls are still filled with worries and unrest. But if we know how to stop, even just for a moment, to breathe mindfully, to feel life unfolding in every breath, we'll realize that happiness was never far. It's always here, in this very moment. Mindfulness is not something mysterious or distant. It doesn't require us to leave our current life behind to find enlightenment in faraway lands. Instead, mindfulness is the art of fully living in each moment. When we truly breathe, truly eat, truly walk, and truly exist with ourselves and those around us. As the Buddha said, don't dwell in the past. Don't worry about the future. The present moment is the only moment that truly exists. Live fully in each moment, for that is where life truly happens. Each morning is a new opportunity to start again, to love yourself more, to slow down, and to feel more deeply. Let your breath become your companion. Let each step carry awareness, and let each passing moment be something to cherish. In the end, peace doesn't lie somewhere far away, but in the ability to fully enjoy the present moment. And you right now can begin this journey in a gentle, simple, and loving way.